Hi there, this is Mr. Wissam, and this is the first lesson of week 7. Our lesson today is about cigarettes and health. 4.5, page 50 and 51 from the course book of grade 8. Today we will talk about the effect of cigarettes on our health. We will see what are the negative side or what are the negative effects of smoking on our health. Firstly, one of the easiest ways to make yourself unfit and to make your lungs and heart work less well is to smoke cigarettes. What's that mean? It means the worst thing that you could do for your body, for all the organs of your body, is to smoke cigarette. Try to stay away from smoking. The World Health Organization, WHO, estimates that each year 4.2 million people will die early as a result of smoking cigarettes. Cigarettes kill half of the people who smoke them regularly. Smoking kills more people each year than all the deaths from HIV, AIDS, drugs, and road accidents added together. In addition to people who smokes, also the people who live or who are they close to people who smoke, also there will be a negative effect on their health. What's that mean? If you are living in a house, in a family, and one member of this family, he or she is smoking, that's mean also you will have a negative effect because of the smokes. So if you have anyone at home or at your family, in your family, he or she is smoking, you should talk with him. Try to convince him to quit smoking and to stay away smoking, and also try to stay away from people who are the smoking. What is in cigarette smoke? The smoke that it comes from the cigarette, okay? Or if we want to find what are the contents inside a cigarette, we will see this cigarette, it consists of these materials, these substances. First one, nicotine. Nicotine is a drug. What do you mean by drug? Drug, it's any material that it changes the way the body works. What's that mean? We have drugs. We have types of drugs. Some kinds of drugs are good, others are bad. For example, medicines. Okay, medicines. Most of the medicines. Okay, they are good for our health. Okay, they are a kind of drugs. Why? Because, for example, when you are sick, if you will take these pills or this kind of medication, then at the end you will feel better. So what happened? So this material or this medication, it changed the way that your body it works. Now, the first content in the cigarette, it's what? It's the nicotine. Nicotine, it is a drug, and definition for drug, as we said, is a substance that changes the way the body works. Examples of drugs, we have aspirin and antibiotics. Okay, however, this aspirin and antibiotics are useful. However, nicotine is a harmful drug. So that's mean the drugs, we have two types of them, or two groups of drugs. Either it's good or bad. Now, why the nicotine is bad, or why it is harmful to our body? Nicotine is addictive. What's that mean? It means once you will start smoking, and once this nicotine will goes to your body, then it will be hard to quit smoking, because when you will stop smoking for a while, then what will happen? Your body will need this nicotine. That's why nicotine, it is a addictive. One more thing about nicotine, or why nicotine it's harmful for our bodies. Nicotine makes blood vessels get narrower. What's that mean? As we know, blood in our bodies, it goes, or it circulates our body through blood vessels. And this blood vessels, it has the ability to extend. Okay, so what's extend? What will happen? For example, when you are doing any kind of activity or exercises, if you will run for a long time and this kind of exercises, you will see that your heart will start pumping blood more or faster. Now, in this case, because your heart is pumping faster, then the vessels, okay, it should extend, so the blood, it can go through these vessels easily. But for those they smoke, what will happen? These blood vessels will be narrow. Okay, then when they will try to do any kind of exercise, you will see they are unable to do these exercises. They will feel tired. Why? Because the cells are not getting enough amount of oxygen through the blood. Next part, next content, it's tar. If you will look at a packet of cigarette, it's written on it, smoking is a main cause of cancer for cancer of lung. Okay, what? Okay, why they write this thing? Which part of the cigarette it cause cancer? Tar, it's the part that it cause cancer. Okay, how? Take a look on these two pictures. These two photographs, they are about pictures of cells in the lung. Okay, these photographs were taken using microscope, both with the same magnification. They show lung tissue from two different people. The one on the left is from healthy person. The one on the right is from smoker. This one, it's for healthy person. This one, it is for a smoker. What is the difference between them? Firstly, you should be able to give definition for the word cancer. Cancer, it means when cells start to divide uncontrollably. What's that mean? It means, as we know, our cells, it's always dividing, making new cells. But in the case of cancer, these cells, it will keep dividing and you cannot control it. What's that mean? It will form more cells. Now, why here it is thicker, this line, let's say, why it's thicker than this? This, it's because the cells here are dividing uncontrollably. Okay, it's making more and more cells. So tar, it's the part of the cell of the cigarette that it affect on the cells and it cause cancer. Next one, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is an invisible gas. Why it's harmful for our bodies? The gases that it goes inside our lungs, what will happen to them? They will diffuse through the walls of the alveoli or air sac. It goes to the blood. Then, as we know, as we explained the last lesson or during the last week, in aerobic respiration, we said or in the gas exchange exactly, the oxygen will goes to the blood capillary, will combine with the hemoglobin, and will be transferred or transported into to the body cells. In this case, when you will smoke, what will happen? Carbon monoxide will combine with the hemoglobin inside the red blood cells. What's that mean? Now, the red blood cells, it will not be able to carry enough amount of oxygen. Okay? Now, because there will be less oxygen in your blood, that means your cells will not be able to function properly, efficiently. Okay? Why? Because they are not getting enough amount of oxygen. So, this is the negative effect of carbon monoxide. Then, the last thing, particulates. Particulates, what do we mean by particulates? Particulates are tiny particles of soot and other substances. Maybe you will ask, what do you mean by soot? Soot, it's a black powdery substance. It consists largely of carbon. Okay, it's like ash. It's not ash. Okay, but just to make it clear for you, it looks like ash. Okay, so when this particulates, it goes to your lungs. When you smoke, okay, the smoke will goes to your lung. When it goes to your lung, so it will reach where? Which part? It will reach the alveoli or air sac. When it goes to your alveoli or air sac, now what will happen? It will cover the wall of the air sac. When it will cover the wall of the air sac, now the wall of the air sac will be thick. And as you know, the wall of air sac, it is thin. So now what will happen? It will be thick. When it will be thick, what will happen? Now the gases will not be able to exchange easily. Okay, when the gases will not be able to exchange easily, now your cells will not get enough amount of oxygen, and at the end, what will happen? The person will not be able to run, to do any kind of activities. That's why sorry, that's why you see people who smokes, okay, they cannot do any kind of exercises, they cannot work, and they are breathing hardly, and also when they breathe, they cannot take deep breath. Okay, then how they breathe? They take just a small or like a short breath. So, particulates, they get into the lungs and damage the cells. The thin walls of air sac may break down. This makes it much more difficult for oxygen to get from the air sacs into the blood. Okay, this is a cigarette, and here are the components of a cigarette smoke. You should memorize all of them with their effect. Now, some questions. Question number 1. Explain why smokers find it very hard to give up smoking. The answer, it is because we say the cigarette smoke, it contains nicotine, and nicotine, it is a addictive material. So because now the answer here, it will be because of the nicotine in the cigarette smoke. Question number 2. Some people smoke low tar cigarettes. Discuss whether or not this is a good idea. From the beginning, because it is about smoking cigarette, so this is something bad. It's harmful for your body. It doesn't matter if it's low tar or high tar. It's still at the end, it contains nicotine, it contains carbon monoxide, and it contains the other particulates. So the idea of smoking, it's forbidden. It's something bad. It doesn't matter how the cigarette it is, if it's low tar or high tar. Compare the appearance of the lung tissues in the two photographs on the previous page here, comparing these two. Okay, we say here the wall, the blood capillaries here, and the blood capillaries here and the walls of the air sac are thicker. Why they are thicker? Because we said because of the tar, and here the cells are dividing uncontrollably. So of course here we will say the first one, it looks healthy. Here it looks bad. Question number 4. Most professional sportsmen and sportswomen do not smoke. Explain why. So I solved 3 questions. Question number 4, it will be your task. You need to discuss about it. Okay, depending on what I explained, you can find the answer for question number 4. And the answer of question number 4, we will not have just one specific answer. It depends on your idea. Okay. And also here we have how cigarette smoke affects the body. It's with just what I explained. Okay, nicotine, addictive, then tar. Okay, it causes cancer. Carbon monoxide, it will reduce the amount of oxygen carried in the blood. The particulates, okay, it will damage the walls of the air sac. Summary, okay, for better understanding, you need to take a look on the summary, read the summary. It gives you the main idea of the lesson. Dear students, that was everything for this lesson. I hope you got benefit from it. Please, when you will watch this video on YouTube, write a comment, write your name, so I can make sure you receive it and you saw the video. If you have any questions about the video, any concerns or any suggestions, please either write a comment in the YouTube, okay, on the video or in the YouTube, or you can text me. Thank you and have a good day.